Gomez sat on that panel and said the reason we go for more commercial looking models is because it makes our brand more approachable. And you have people across Twitter and TikTok coming online to say she's calling us chopped. She's calling us high class models.
All right, the beauty world is in full meltdown mode again. And this time the spotlight is on Selena Gomez. Not for a song, not for a red carpet moment, but for something she said about the people who model for her own makeup brand, Rare Beauty. What was probably meant to sound humble and inclusive has turned into a full-on internet debate. And now Selena is being dragged, defended, and dissected all at once. So let's break down exactly what she said, why people are upset, and how one of Rare Beauty's own models says the comment made her cry. The latest storm started when Selena Gomez sat down for an interview with Fortune during their Most Powerful Women Summit. While discussing Rare Beauty, the cosmetic line she launched that has been praised for its mental health focus and inclusive marketing, she made a statement that instantly rubbed people the wrong way. Rare Beauty has always been positioned as more than just another celebrity makeup line, and it's done extremely well with customers who like that message. But during the interview, Selena made a comment about the kinds of faces that appear in her campaign, and viewers felt like it came out totally wrong. The clip from that interview started circulating, and that's when things took off.
I don't think our conversation will change. If anything, we will double down on what we mean and how we don't use models. We use people that have felt, that they can be your best friend. I want something real.
The intention behind her words seemed pretty clear. Selena was trying to highlight that Rare Beauty features real people instead of the stereotypical runway model image that has dominated beauty ads for decades. The brand has always pushed the idea of confidence, authenticity, and makeup for everybody, not just the genetically blessed few. She even clarified that this wasn't just a Rare Beauty choice, but a direction she said many companies are starting to move in. In other words, she was trying to celebrate the shift away from picture-perfect standards, but the way she phrased it, that's what triggered the backlash.
I think if anything, and I'd like to mention so many brands have been doing this, so it's not just us. I'm so grateful to see that there's incredible brands out there doing the same thing in their way, and it makes me really proud.
Once that quote made its way online, plenty of people, especially those who work as models, didn't take it lightly. Many felt like Selena was unintentionally insulting the very models who have worked on Rare Beauty campaigns, implying they aren't real models, simply because they don't fit the traditional fashion industry mold. The reaction turned into a full debate. If Rare Beauty campaigns include professional signed models, what does it mean when the founder says we don't use models? Some accused her of trying to sound more relatable by acting like the brand is too real for typical models, which then ends up undermining the talent of the people she actually hires. One TikTok user explained the confusion by saying, "I think the message is we don't use recognizable models. We use everyday people so you can imagine yourself in the product because it's for everyone, not celebrities." But even that explanation didn't stop the criticism, because for people who are professional models, it felt like being erased.
If anything, we will double down on what we mean and how we don't use models. We use people that have felt, that they can be your best friend. I want something real. I think if anything.
And then things got more personal, because a model who's worked with Rare Beauty since 2024 spoke anonymously to the US Sun and said the comment genuinely hurt her. She told them, "I actually cried when I heard Selena's comments." She explained that she had already been having a rough day, was stressed about her future in modeling, and then saw the clip of Selena implying she wasn't a real model. The quote continued, "I was feeling nervous about some career stuff, and then I saw that video of her saying, 'I'm not even a real model.' It hit me at the worst time because now I'm like, what am I even doing? I thought this would be a big break for me." According to her, being hired by Rare Beauty felt like a major step, the kind of campaign anyone in her field would proudly list on a resume. So hearing the founder downplay the role felt like a punch in the gut.
Gomez sat on that panel and said the reason we go for more commercial looking models is because it makes our brand more approachable. And you have people across Twitter and TikTok coming online to say she's calling us chopped. She's calling us high class models or high fashion models chopped. If that's what you got from what she said, then maybe you are chopped. Maybe you are chopped because that's how you're feeling. You're projecting the feelings of being chopped onto what she said, when what she said was, we just go for more commercial looking like models. You guys forget that they're high fashion models and they're more commercial models. The models that do the catalog magazines. That is what that girl is saying. I'm sorry, like, she is a Disney graduate. Her words are not the best, but literally, if you have a brain cell, or at least one or two to rub together, you could come to a better conclusion than she's calling you chop.
Second one, numbering unchanged. And she wasn't alone. TikTok practically turned it into a meme. Users started joking about being ugly enough to get hired by Rare Beauty, as if the brand now had a reputation for preferring models who don't look like traditional models. One viral TikTok read, POV, my agent just booked a modeling gig for me with Rare Beauty. At first, I was excited until the owner just said, I'm not a model, and basically called me chop. Another said, POV, you just booked your first major campaign with a global brand. And then the founder goes, we don't use models, we hire uglies. The tone online went from confusion to sarcasm to full-on dragging, but some people still stepped in to defend Selena, saying the internet was twisting her words and acting like she was attacking the very people she wanted to uplift. One response said, the way I know exactly what Selena meant when she said she doesn't use models, but y'all love to blow her words out of proportion. She obviously meant supermodels, the ones that are literally damaging the beauty standards.
Selena Gomez has said that she doesn't use models for her brand, Rare Beauty. Unfortunately, that's not true because she very much does use models who are signed to modeling agencies and have done other things both inside the world of makeup and outside of it. So now she's just kind of inadvertently offended those she's hired to model her product. And I think a lot of this boils down to phrasing. What she meant to say maybe was, we don't hire conventionally attractive models, which still kind of sounds bad, but at least we get the point across that these people aren't high society, high fashion models, because those types of people are very rare.
While the backlash was circulating, Selena didn't directly address the controversy. Instead, she kept publicly celebrating her brand. She posted on Instagram about the Rare Impact Fund, writing, last night's Rare Impact Fund benefit reminded us how far we've come. What began 5 years ago as a dream to make mental health resources more accessible for young people has grown into a global community, and continued highlighting how the fund now supports 30 different nonprofit organizations worldwide. Comments on her posts are still limited, which she said before is for her own mental health, and this latest wave of criticism likely proves why. And even while this model drama was unfolding, another unrelated discussion about her appearance went viral, leading to someone very unexpected stepping in to defend her, Grimes. But that part will continue in the next segment. If you've got thoughts on this Rare Beauty drama, drop them in the comments, because the internet is definitely not done talking about it. Make sure you hit that like button if you're still sipping the tea with me, subscribe so you don't miss the next update, and turn on notifications because the beauty world stays messy.